name is Cameron Hay-Rollins. I'm an advocate for people in recovery, and I live in Ohio.
So, Cameron, I'd like you to describe how you became an advocate for people in recovery.
I am a medical and psychological anthropologist, and I was invited to do a study with Interact for Health on a gap analysis between recovery housing availability and the need in the greater Cincinnati area. As part of that project, we did 40 focus groups with people in recovery, family members, providers for people in recovery, and we heard time and time again that they successfully found a recovery house by word of mouth, by happening to know someone who knew of a house, in essence by luck. And we came away from that project thinking that recovery is hard enough without having to depend on luck to find the right fit recovery house for a person.
Yeah.
And so we became advocates and started this free app called Our Resilience to help facilitate resilience in people in recovery.
So, what's on the app and what makes it different?
The app is a platform for recovery houses to post their house onto the app so that anyone searching either for themselves or for family members, their peer supporters, they are anyone in need of recovery. The whole goal is to make it easier to find recovery housing that works for someone.
So during your process, during your research, did you find there were any discrepancies for people who identify as LGBTQ or as minority populations, people of color, and stuff like that? Was there any disparage between like them trying to find recovery housing as compared to cis, straight, white, gendered people?
So we built our app using an iterative process. So at every stage of development, we took it back to the community and said, okay, what's missing? What do we need to add? And adding a filter for, is this particular house LGBTQ plus friendly, was a filter that people wanted added right from the very beginning.
So in your research, what are some challenges that maybe the systems have had that you've kind of noticed or that have come across, like, wow, that systematically we don't have an understanding of, if that is something that you did in your research?
So hospitals are often the first point of contact for people who have overdosed, or they've hit rock bottom and they've decided they want to recover. And so they will go to emergency department, and emergency departments are not well equipped to support people who are trying to start recovery. As a matter of fact, one of the memorable focus groups we had, someone told us that if someone is in recovery and they're being discharged from an emergency department, they will be handed a sheet of paper and say, here are a bunch of recovery houses, you can find them and see if you can get into one. Whereas someone with any other condition, the hospital system would actually make a referral, which suggests that there remain real differences in the ways people with substance use are in their access to resources.
So what are some stigmas that you have experienced or have seen based towards people in active addiction or recovery?
People not wanting recovery houses in their neighborhoods. They don't even want to hear about a recovery house in their neighborhoods. Being afraid to hide people, or being afraid to hire people in recovery in terms of stigma. and I would argue it's a learning process, right? We are all getting better at learning how to support each other and build systems that actually support people in need.
That's great.
Remember that recovery is possible. I've seen it. Thousands, maybe hundreds of thousands of people have done the work and experienced it. It is a journey. Do not give up hope. There are people and systems in place to help you get through recovery. Recovery housing is one path that has been shown to work for a lot of people. It is not necessarily the only path, but it is a very strong path to help people with recovery.
Very good. So if someone was looking to download this app, where can they find it?
www.resilience.org. It's also on both app stores. So R-SILIENCE.
Cameron, thank you so much for taking the time out of your schedule here at the NAR conference in Dearborn, Ohio. We're really grateful that you could come out and share. And as an advocate, we thank you so much for the work that you're doing and making it easier for people to connect and be able to find the resources that they need, especially with recovery housing. Like you said, it is so difficult, and we're really grateful for what you guys have done. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for letting me come in.